Why are there not more people talking about Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA? Bill Maher recently ignited a firestorm with his bold commentary on WNBA rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. He suggested that Clark, despite her stellar performance, has been targeted not for her skills, but for her identity as a straight white athlete in a league where the demographics are vastly different. Maher argues that Clark has been marginalized for not fitting the mold. Her decision to head to Europe, it wasn't just about a lucrative contract, it was about escaping a toxic environment. Maher didn't hold back, highlighting how Clark's incredible talent was often overshadowed by an apparent agenda. Instead of celebrating her game-changing abilities, the league seemed to treat her as a mere asset to boost revenue. With 60% of the league identifying as lesbian and a majority being black, Maher implied that Clark's outsider status left her vulnerable to mistreatment. Rather than being celebrated as the rookie star who could uplift the WNBA, she was made to feel like she didn't belong. In recent interviews, Clark herself voiced frustrations about the physicality she's faced, claiming she's been subject to harsher defense without adequate protection from referees. She told reporters, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and opponents are getting away with things others wouldn't." This highlights a deeper issue than just what happens on the court. It's about a lack of support from the league itself. Maher went further, addressing the racial dynamics at play. He argued that Clark, undeniably one of the best things to happen to the WNBA in recent years, was unfairly treated because she didn't align with the league's preferred image. Instead of leveraging her star power to promote the game, the league seemed more focused on social narratives, ultimately sidelining one of its brightest talents. It wasn't just Clark's on-court experiences that fueled her decision to head overseas. Maher pointed to tense encounters with players like Angel Reese, who made headlines for an aggressive interaction with Clark. Fans speculated whether Reese's actions were personal, suggesting that the rivalry between the two went beyond just competition. Maher also touched on the eyebrow-raising actions of players like Jai Carrington, who landed an eye poke on Clark during a playoff game, fueling further speculation of intentional targeting. As if that wasn't enough, the racial narrative surrounding Clark escalated when players like Reese and Alyssa Thomas weighed in, accusing Clark's fan base of racist behavior. Both players claimed to have experienced racial hostility, with Thomas going as far as saying the 2024 season had been one of the most racially charged of her career. Maher wasn't shy about calling out what he saw as the hypocrisy of the WNBA, a league that claims to champion equality while simultaneously alienating its own top players for not fitting a specific image. The controversy became so intense that Clark herself had to address the issue, distancing her real fans from those spreading hate online. But by then, the damage had been done. Clark was no longer just a basketball player. She had become a lightning rod for broader social and racial tensions, which had nothing to do with her performance or love of the game. Maher wrapped up his take by emphasizing that the WNBA's mishandling of its star player had far-reaching consequences. Clark's move to Europe wasn't about a better paycheck, it was about escaping the weight of off-court controversies that had nothing to do with basketball. While the WNBA should have been promoting Clark as a symbol of the league's future, it allowed her to be driven away by petty drama and toxic politics. In the end, Europe offered Clark what the WNBA couldn't: a fresh start focused on her talent and love for the game, free from the baggage that had come to define her time in the league. Maher's message was clear: the WNBA's issues go far beyond Caitlin Clark. It's a systemic problem, and unless the league refocuses on basketball, it risks losing even more of its brightest stars. If you found this deep dive insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Your support helps us bring you the latest in sports and beyond.